As my viewers, subscribers know, I have quite a collection of portable PA speakers from probably my best one that I use because I have a weight limit at 27 pounds is my QSC K8.2, or at the same weight, 27 pounds, RCF TT10. Those would be my live gigging speakers. Anything heavier, I don't really use. Actually, I have a KW122, which is a 51 pounds, which stays home. It's just too heavy to take on the road. Anyway, back to this subject. I also have an interest of creating a bedroom system. That's where I am right now in my bedroom. Something super small, not two speakers. Something, wife acceptance, where they don't want a receiver and two speakers and a bunch of wires. So I'm trying to match up my smallest portable PA for that type of application. Also, I'm thinking of a college dorm student. In my day, I just had a CD player and a pair of headphones. I didn't really have any room for speakers, but something super compact, portable, micro system I could see working in a dorm room or anybody's bedroom. So let's talk about this. So on top, we have the brand new, which just came out a couple of months ago, the Alto Busker. It was $400, but everybody's selling it for $350 at this time. And it's a very compact speaker, 16 pounds, which is incredible. It's the lightest speaker in my collection. And then it's pretty loud. It goes up to 106 dB, and it stays clean. It has a very nice high end, very clear, cleaner than my Bose S1 Pro, which has that Bose mid-range heavy sound some people prefer. But this is really clean, high end, and it's plenty loud. I don't play anywhere near 106 dB. I play at 85 to 90 max. So for a bedroom situation, this would be ideal, really great. But the weakness of this speaker is the low end. Well, we'll get to that in a little while. So what else can I tell you about the Alto Busker? It has the latest Bluetooth 5.0, and I've actually seen it recently for $328 at IDJ Now. So really the prices are already coming down in this market. I guess the market is really saturated for portable PAs. I paid a little under $400 at Sweetwater, but you can do better at Amazon now at $350. So the weakness of this speaker, it goes down to 60 Hz, which is, it's okay. Remember, this is a small speaker, 6.5-inch woofer. So my goal in this application, or this experiment, because this is the first time I've actually really delved into this, and that is to add some low end. Because like I mentioned, the Alto, the high end is really very, very clean, really nice. But the low end is lacking. So I'm thinking of matching it up with the subwoofer. So that's the next part of this review. And that is what you see on the bottom. It's called the PreSonus 8. Now, it is not a live PA subwoofer, so you're not going to find any handles. And then again, I wouldn't recommend this subwoofer for live PA use. It's not made for that. It's actually a studio subwoofer. And it's clean. It's really clean. And it has plenty of volume. It's an 8-inch subwoofer. So it's meant to be tucked under a desk in maybe a computer setup, or like I said, in a studio. That's its main usage. Matched up with their PreSonus small speakers, desktop speakers. But it goes down to 30 Hz, which is really good. There's not a lot of musical content below 30. So that's a good spec. And it goes up to 100 dB, which again is plenty loud. So matching up the 100 dB sub with the 106 dB top, that's actually a perfect match right there. You don't want a top that goes much higher than your sub, or the other way around. Well, the problem with the PreSonus, though, is, like I said, it's not meant to be played outside. It's not meant to be filling a huge space like a living room. That's not the application. But again, what I'm trying to demonstrate here, a bedroom system, perfect. So I'm very impressed with this combination. And look at the size of the speakers. You know, there is an album jacket on to the right, the famous Led Zeppelin 3. I didn't realize how long ago it was made, 1970. What a classic album though, really. And then on the bottom left, next to the subwoofer, is a CD case. Look how small these speakers are. And that's the famous Quadrophenia, The Who, 1973. The subwoofer, I didn't mention, is 16 pounds. So that is really incredible. I actually carried it under one arm. The Alto I mentioned is 12 pounds. So this is a super lightweight little system that you can carry around from room to room. So that's it. Let's talk about price. Price is impressive, like I said. So you have your Alto top at $350. You have your PreSonus at $200. Right now it's called the Gen 2. I bought the Gen 1 at $200, and now they've kept the price the same, but they've added Bluetooth. But I really don't need that, but that's kind of a nice feature that they've added. So you got $200 for the subwoofer. This system is a one cable system. I'll put the link down below. It's a simple XLR female from the back of the Alto into dual RCA into the PreSonus. And that cable is $15. A good quality cable from Amazon. So the total is $565. Gee, you can't even get a Bose S1 Pro for under $600. And this is full range. That's the difference between this little setup and a Bose S1 Pro, which is a great speaker. I love it. I have one, but you're not going to have full range sound that this system has, meaning you have your super clean highs at a good volume, over 100 dB on top, and then you have the low end reinforcement from that little sub. Okay, so pretty impressed. Pretty impressive little system. I like creating these little systems, and this to date is probably my smallest micro system I've created. Another bonus is the Alto logo actually moves. You can, if you put it in the vertical position, you can move the logo. Just, I guess they copied the Bose S1 Pro. So here's a speaker in the vertical position. Maybe you like the look of this better. And there it goes, the logo moved. The speaker, the Alto, can also be put in a kickback position. So here I tilted it back slightly, and that could project the sound a little better into the room. And I also put, I cut a piece of yoga mat, which I placed on the top of the subwoofer, between the top and the subwoofer, just so it doesn't get scratched up. Here's what I'm talking about. A little yoga mat that you can get anywhere, easily cut into size. I mentioned that this wouldn't be a living room system. The top could fill a living room, over 100 dB, but I don't think the subwoofer could handle it. I think it would get lost. But a den, a decent sized den, this would be fine. So you have to play a system within its limits. The beauty of this system is it could be hidden, kind of like a stealth system. Here I had the little subwoofer tucked under a table, corner table, or you can put it even behind like a fake tree or something in a bedroom or a den. And the connection I talked about, the XLR to RCA connection from Amazon, you can get that as long as 10 feet. So you can put your top in another location. So here I have the sub tucked under the table, and then over here we got the Alto. It's kind of funny, my wife saw this Alto when I opened it up out of the box, and she said, is that a toy? It's just so tiny. 12 pounds. It kind of looks like a toy, but it's like a little Mighty Mouse. It performs at that pretty high volume. And then to top it off, you can purchase a subwoofer and hide it, and you don't even have to tell your wife, and she'll think all that excellent full range bass is coming from that little Minnie Mouse speaker, but you won't have to tell her you purchased the other $200 speaker subwoofer. Of course, to get the best sound, you want to get that speaker, top speaker at ear level, or higher if you're in a gigging situation. So here I have it on your traditional speaker stand. That'll set you back another, I don't know, $30, $40. And as far as a speaker stand in the home or a bedroom, it doesn't look so great. So I don't know about the wife acceptance factor. Here are your simple connections. So from the Alto, you have an XLR. So your cable needs to be XLR female. And that goes into the subwoofer, dual RCA. You have one AC cable from the subwoofer because the top is battery powered, so you don't need AC. And I'm running today the subwoofer on an external battery source, so the system can be completely mobile. And that's called the Grant Maya, 300 watts on Amazon for $150. I have tried this subwoofer with 150 watt external battery power. It works, but with subwoofer, when those heavy bass hits happen, it could shut down a subwoofer. So I think I'm more comfortable with 300 watts and spend a little more money. So that's it. Super simple system. The only thing I want to mention is, again, for a mobile system, the Eris 8 doesn't have any kind of handles, so it's a little awkward to carry. But at 16 pounds, I think most of us mobile PA people can handle that. Okay, we're all powered up. Again, I'm running the sub on an external battery source, Grant Maya, with no issue. It's nice that the subwoofer has a blue power indicator on the bottom right, and the Alto also has a blue power indicator. Well, they matched up by coincidence. I mention that because some speakers, budget speakers, don't have the power indicator. That's something they save money on. I personally like it, so I know my power is on. I don't have to go in the back or guess if I have power. So we're gonna do a little sound demo right now, and I want to mention that I'm using another phone for playing the source, and I never had paired it with the Alto, and it just paired up instantly. It's really nice. So to me, that's high tech, and I have had experience with other speakers where I had issues. I had to pair it, unpair it, and sometimes it took many tries to pair the speaker. This one just first try, and it was available. So that's really nice for the Alto. Okay, we're gonna give you a quick sound demo in a bedroom situation. Let's hear how it sounds. Oh, by the way, this is a non-copyrighted song that I've got from somewhere from the internet. And some people complain that, why don't you play a good track? Well, there's copyright issues. So this is something that won't get a strike from YouTube. So let's hear how it sounds. Not bad. Like I mentioned, plenty of volume for a small space bedroom. And this is a large bedroom with high ceilings. So again, I wouldn't put this in my living room, but a small space, and that subwoofer really hit hard. This subwoofer would make an excellent computer desktop system. And that external battery, as you witnessed, had no problem running the sub. If you use the wrong external battery system with a subwoofer and it doesn't have enough power to handle it, the sub will shut down on you. That's happened to me in the past. So, sum it up. Okay, in conclusion, summing it up, a super small micro system, probably the smallest I've ever mixed and matched. That's what I do with my speakers. That's, if you've watched this channel, I just kind of try different speakers out with each other, see which ones work. This one definitely works. I think this was a success. I'm going to give you some prices here in conclusion. The battery pack, a lot of people don't need that. That was another $150 for the Grant Maya. But if you did put that as part of the package, the whole thing would be $715. It's a little cheaper than your eVerse 8 at $750. The eVerse 8 would be louder than this system, but it wouldn't have that subwoofer bass. So going back to the basic system that we see here, the Alto 350, the Sub 200, a cable $15. I'm not talking about a stand because again, if you want to keep it micro, you would put it in the tilt back position like I have here. So total $565. I don't think you can do better. I really think someone who only wants one speaker in a small setting with full range subwoofer sound, this is about as good as you can get. It would be interesting comparing this to my JBL Party Box 110, which also has nice bass, but I think this system is definitely louder. That's the weakness of the Party Box. It doesn't go up near 100 dB. But it would be a good, interesting test to compare them. Well, maybe that'll be in the future. This is Bill. Hope you enjoyed. Later.